All right, today we're doing a piano tutorial on Phish's song Simple. If you remember, last week we did Mike's song, and this week we're doing Simple. As the name implies, the song itself is fairly simple, but jamming it is not. And so I have selected the Deer Creek Simple from August 6th, 2021. It's one of my favorite modern era Phish jams. It just goes super deep and swampy and psychedelic and weird, and I have not tried to deconstruct it at all. I haven't played along with it or taken it apart at all yet, because I wanted to do that with y'all, and in the spirit of jamming and improvising. I think it's fun to come at these things with fresh ears and figure it out as we go. And it might be a complete train wreck, but that'll be fun too. And so it shouldn't take us long to talk through the sections of the song. The track we're doing is like 24 minutes long, so we'll get into that. Another note before we get into the track, it's got a lot of synthesizers and textures and heavy, weird stuff that Paige is doing. I'm just going to come at it with a piano sound because I think that's going to let us talk about what's happening harmonically with the chord motion and the way it moves through different keys. Because that's really where my focus is, and the textures are fun, and using effects pedals and synthesizers to make weird noises. We all love to do that. We could talk about that in some future lessons, but right now we're really talking about the music fundamentals of what the band is doing with stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do. This is a song in F major, and it's always helpful to know the guitar lines, even if you're not playing them on piano, so we'll start there. F to F, and then B flat, B, C, A, F, 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 B flat, B, C, A, F, and then the piano comes in with, and you're really mostly hitting F octaves in that kind of rhythmic pattern, both your left hand and right hand. That's all you need to do on piano through actually a good chunk of the song, because over the verse, your left hand is just going to hold a steady F, and all the chord changes are going to happen over that F under the verse. So it's we've got it simple. So it's an F major chord, and then you make it an F major 7. So bring that top F down to an E natural. So F, A, C, E. We've got it simple. Hear that? That major 7 sound. And then you go up to a B flat major chord because we've got a band. So your left hand is holding that F again. And then the B flat major chord is B flat, D, and F. You stay on that chord. And we've got cymbals in the band. So you're going that B flat, D, F, up to C major, C, E, G, and then back to F. B flat chord. Stay on the B flat because we've got cymbals in the band. So that was the C chord and back to F. That's it for that part. And then we go to the next section, which starts on D minor. What is a band? There's your so D minor is D, F, and A, and you can move your left hand for this part, so it's not all suspended over F. And then the second chord is that B flat major, B flat, D, and F. And you go back to the F without cymbals. And then it's, so F, A, C is that chord. Then it's an A flat major chord, A flat, C, and E flat. And then it's a G minor chord, G, B flat, and D. And then up to the C to turn it around, C, E, G. Cymbals are great. That's it, the verse and the quote-unquote chorus, and that repeats again. And then there's one more little section in the song part, which is going cymbals and saxophone, saxophone and cymbals, cymbals and saxophone, saxophone and cymbals. is just an F major chord, F-A-C, to a D minor chord. Cymbals and saxophone, so the D minor is D, F, and A. Cymbals and saxophone, saxophone and cymbals. Cymbals and saxophone, saxophone and cymbals. And there's your B flat major again, B flat, D, and F. You can roll it up to an E flat major over B flat chord. So this is E flat, G, and B flat, but leave your left hand in place on the B flat. And then you can turn it back around with the C major chord. And that's it. Those are all the pieces of the song. Is you have your verse, your chorus, and then you're like saxophone and cymbals, saxophone. I don't know what to call that part. The third part. You put those together a couple of times, and that's the whole song. Before we talk about the jam section, I want to really quickly talk about the Megillah riff, because Paige throws it into this version. And I had never tried to play it before, so I was listening to it and figured I'd pick it apart and show it to you as well. So it's an F octave, and that is F, E, F, C, and then it comes down to E flat, D, E flat, B flat, and then it's D flat, C, and then you do this little trill, which is C, D flat, and B. You know, you gotta get your fingers moving fast for that. And then the C goes down A, F, D to C, and then A flat down to G. So the whole thing together is... No, that was wrong. One more time. So wanted to give you that for context, because we may try to hit it when it goes by. Maybe not. It's a little complicated. I based all of this off of the chords from Emil's tabs. To my ear, they weren't quite right. So you may play this song a little bit differently. I tweaked it a little bit based on what I hear. It's often the case with internet tabs. They're kind of all over the map. So don't be afraid if you pull up a chord sheet and something doesn't seem quite right to you. Use your ear and figure out the way you want to play it, and what sounds right to you. Because oftentimes those internet sheets are incomplete or a little bit inaccurate. So there's usually room for improvement. All right, so let's talk about jamming on this thing. So the jam starts out with this F major chord, and it's got a little motion to it where it comes down to an F major 7 and then an F7. So that's coming from the F down to the E natural, down to the E flat over the chord. And it goes up to the B flat major chord. And you roll it up again to that E flat major over B flat. Turn it around on C again. It's actually just like a lovely chord progression to mess around on piano on. And primarily you want to come at this with an F Mixolydian scale, which is an F major scale, but you flat the 7, and E is the 7 here. So you bring it down to E flat, which is just, jam band catnip. There's Mixolydian scales all over jam band music, and that'll get you through pretty much the whole song. You can use that E natural in the spot where it's that F major 7 chord, but Mixolydian's really going to get you through. And on that B flat, it's also nice to just trace the shape of the chord with these arpeggios up and down. And also, since we're in F major, you have that simple pentatonic shape that's really, kind of like a D minor pentatonic scale, which is D, F, G, A, and C. And that's pretty reliable here. The starting point, and then the jam, if you're a Phish fan, they can go all different kinds of places. This one does, so let's get into it. I'll see you on the other side. All right, so here we are. We're going to play along with the Deer Creek Simple. So is that F? Major 7. There's the B flat over F. And B flat, C, F. And I'm not sure that's exactly right. That's what we have in the tab, but I couldn't figure out anything better. There's the major 7, B flat. So if you figure it out, let me know. B flat, C, and F again. All right, here comes that second part. D minor, B flat major, F, A flat, G minor, C, and then the F again. D minor, B flat, F, A flat, G minor, up to C, back to F. Now here comes that third part. F to D minor, and then a B flat major, back to F. So there's like an implied C to turn that around, but you don't have to hit it. You can use it and it won't sound out of place, but it's not always there when they play it. Oh, there it is. There it is. B flat. B flat, C, F. D minor, B flat, F major, A flat, G minor, C, F. There's the D minor, F, D minor, F, D minor, F, D minor, and then your B flat. Oh no, it goes again. F, D minor. There's one extra there. Interesting. B flat. And well, we're in the jam section. That's that major 7. Bring it down to the F7. Then you got the B flat. Mixolydian sound. And Paige is really playing off of the arpeggiating that B flat chord. You can go up and down with octaves with your right hand. If you get the timing right, you can use that E natural while it's on that major 7 chord. Back to F. There's the major 7 chord. And the 7. Now the B flat. Oh, they're staying on F. And Trey is going A, G, and B flat, which are pulled out of the F major scale. So we're gonna kind of meditate on that with Trey. And that's also built out of those A's and G's. Okay, just going over to the electric piano. So it's still F major. It's really using those sort of pentatonic notes, C, D, F, G, and A. And there was that major 7. They were dabbling with kind of a minor sound, but they moved on from it real quick. It's all Mixolydian, still F Mixolydian. Still playing with those same pentatonic type notes. There's been a little experimenting with that B flat in there, but so far we're sort of still in this turf. Oh, there's a new sound. So Paige is bringing it. It's like a minor. So they're settling into the relative minor of D. So it's D minor. You can use that D minor pentatonic scale. You'll be just fine here. Now they modulated up to G major. You just gotta follow along. If you're playing with a recording, you can't really influence where things are gonna go. Now it's G minor. Change keys like that so effortlessly. It's so fun to listen to and play along with. So with F major to its relative minor of D minor, and I think they used the D as the 5 to pivot over to G, and then they just took it minor. And I think that playing with the space between major and minor in jamming makes it so much more interesting. So if you're in something where you have room to make it ambiguous as to whether something's major or minor, even just a little bit, use that flat third. It can really add to the sophistication level of what you're doing. So they seem very happy in this G minor. I think we're going to be here for a while. And this is just getting like funky riff. So what I'm doing here is like a G minor 7, and then rolling the B flat and the D up to the C and the C and the E from that scale. Paige is bringing in some weird notes. That's like the F coming down. Using the sixth, that E natural. So reaching outside of the pentatonic scale a little bit. And a G minor pentatonic scale, for your reference, is G, B flat, C, D, and F. Synthesizers and effects pedals. They're always moving, it's never static. So we've left sort of funky grooving jam, and now we're getting into something a little more ominous. And this is built out of that G minor too. It's like the B flat and the D coming down in thirds. Trey is using a weird effects pedal, just hitting G's. And now Fishman's picked up on it, he's turning the beat around. Still playing in that G minor, but it's getting weird, and the rhythm's turning around. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. There's that little run, which is going up a G minor scale. Now it sounds like it's settling into more like a rock type G minor, but it's leaving it quick. There's so much going on rhythmically right here. You need a really good drummer to pull this kind of stuff off. So I'm using mostly that G minor pentatonic scale still. Definitely use the 4 chord, the C major. And now it's sort of settling out again. The scale I'm using is just this G minor, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F natural. Contributing to building the texture of the thing. Page's synth part minor chord. It's got like a Pink Floyd thing going on. This is a G minor 7. Now you can pop up to grab the C and the E. Patient, just sitting it. It'll change. So I'm not only going up for the C and the E, I'm also going up for the D and the F sometimes. Working in that C chord explicitly. C, G minor, C. Trey is walking around that G minor scale. C. That scale Trey's using is getting a little weirder. Using some of that flat 5, the D flat. Now we're settling back into the G minor pattern. Turn it around again. Still all G minor. So I'm just moving around in G minor shape. Get a little chaotic. You can add some chromatics and something to half step off of what you want to play. It's time to get weird. I'm not even sure this is in a key. I'm just kind of picking at random and moving things around. Chromatic motions and shapes. Sounds like Mike is probably still hanging around that G, but it's hard to tell. Love weird Phish. Yeah, I would stay. You could stay in G minor land here. It still works. Shapes. G, B flat, D flat, E. Anytime that there's singing and jamming, you know it's gone all the way out there. This is more soundscape than anything else. Oh. There we go, Mike's settling. Still in G. that G minor scale. Trey's pattern here is just a G, D, and F. Just another G minor thing. G minor still. Again, lots of synthesizers and effects pedals, but we're still hewing close to that G minor. Just that G minor. One chord jam. They've come back to simple in G major, which is a high, if you notice, a whole step higher than when we started. Which is why Trey was laughing when he tried to sing it, because it was off. C, D, and you ended on G, which is not where we started, but it's where we ended up. That was fun. That was a little ridiculous and kind of delightful. So, anyways, that's what I heard jamming through that simple. I hope that's helpful to y'all. And I hope you're having fun playing and making tons of progress. Please reach out if you have any questions or if I got anything wrong, or if you have any thoughts or opinions. I would love to hear them. If you like what I do, feel free to check out my band. We're called Andrew North and the Rangers. We have a new live album coming out real soon. You can check it out on our Bandcamp. You should be able to find that pretty easily. There's a link down in the description. And I'll see you next week for another tune. Cheers, y'all.